Alright, well here's what happened. I made a video of tearing the top of this motor down yesterday, and the way I had the camera positioned, all you saw was the back of me most of the time. So I don't think there's too many people out there who want to see that. So what I just decided to do then was just do a quick review of what I did. I went home and got that old paint that we'd used on this motor, just touched it up a little. It's not perfect, but it did touch up some. I know it's a little dark. I pulled all the lifters yesterday. I didn't really see anything. Of course, I pulled the spark plugs and stuff because I was having trouble getting the engine turned over. It's so tight still. But I didn't see anything that really worried me. You know, when I did this motor a few years ago, it was completely rebuilt. The only thing that was reused was the distributor, the carburetor, and the headers. I mean, basically everything else was replaced. We're talking rockers, even the push rods, you know, water pump, fuel pump. I didn't leave anything to chance and replaced everything. And as you can see, I did not clean any of this stuff up. You see how clean everything is. I mean, it really was replaced. I did not clean inside of the valve covers, and that's what they look like. I mean, you can see I had no miles on this, so the motor was still running proper. I pulled all the spark plugs. They all looked exactly the same. I didn't see anything that just screamed to me that it was missing. Like I said, I had done several things, checked several things, and I'm hoping it's just a lifter. I may be wrong, but I went ahead. They've been soaking all night long in some oil, the new ones, so I'm going to put them in here a little bit. I wanted to show you guys something. The guy who does my machine work does this to most heads because he had some trouble with some in the past, and he does this to all when he does new heads. This is hard to see, but if you look right there, that is a roll pin, and he does that to every one of the rocker studs. So every one of those have been drilled completely through, and it goes all the way through the back side. He does that to both sides, you know, intake and exhaust, to make sure those don't back out, because he said he's had trouble with that before, where he's rebuilt a motor, the guys order the parts they want, they put way too big a cam in it, or they run roller rockers, you know, full roller, and apparently, you know, you really can't do that. That's too much for the stock, because they're just a press-in stud. That's why they want you to use a screw-in stud and guide plates and stuff if you're going to run, especially roller, you know, roller stuff. But anyway, I just wanted to show you that although this is not built for anything high performance, he does it to all the heads. It's actually really good idea in my eyes. Anyway, so I'm going to put this together. I'm not really going to put a video on how to do it because, like I said, I've already missed the parts of taking it all apart, and I've got a little bit of cleanup yet to do. I got to start putting it together, and I'm just going to fire it up, and I'll know instantly if it's going to miss or not. If it still has the same miss, then this motor's coming out. I'm not messing with it anymore. It's something that is either terminal or something that I am just overlooking. And like I told you yesterday, I replaced the distributor, but I put a different one in. Coil, plugs, wires, ran the rack twice. I mean, I have done everything in my power to make this miss go away, and it just hasn't. So I've either got a really weak valve spring, which is possible, but I doubt it, or I've got a lifter that's bad. And the lifter is the one that makes me think that's what it is, because like I said in one of the other videos, is that periodically it'll pick that cylinder up, and a spring won't do that. A spring is good, a spring is bad. It usually is no, but it acts like it's not. And it's got plenty of oil pressure, so but it acts like it's either not completely you know, filling up, or it's not. I really don't know what it's doing. So anyway, that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to stick this back together. I'll set you up on a tripod when I go to fire it up. I'm not going to break the cam in. I'm just going to fire it up. If it's still got a miss, then I'm shutting everything down and pulling it. If the miss is gone, then I'll put the proper oil in it, and I'll put everything together and do a proper break-in. I'll put the radiator back in and run it for the 20 minutes, because even though the cam is broken, it's not broken into these lifters. And I know a lot of people are going to tell me, man, you shouldn't use different lifters with that same cam. I agree. I don't like to do this, but I pulled all them out. They all looked good. I did not see anything in them lifters, and I know it looks stupid in there, but everything is actually in an order that I know. But nothing looks out of the ordinary. None of the push rods were bent. None of them, of the lifters, I know that one's out of place. That was the first one I pulled out. They all came out easy. They're moving in the bores like they're supposed to. They're not ate up funny. So I believe it's still a lifter issue. So anyway, I'm gonna do this because I got stuff to do today. I got to work and stuff. So this is gonna be a quick throw together. I'll try to set you up when I fire it up. It may not be today. You may have to wait for a day or two. But anyway, I'll talk to you guys later.